One big question that families have to answer, and sometimes they answer it before they reach out to Shepherd, and sometimes they answer it after they reach out to Shepherd, and that is, how do I know when it's time? So if mom or dad fall, one of the things that happen with dementia is your spatial references aren't the same, and so you kind of default to a fall risk. And so if you're with your family and they don't understand dementia and you fall, they'll think you're clumsy when in fact you might be struggling with dementia. And so understanding when it's time to reach out for assisted living. Assisted living is probably one of the biggest questions a family needs to answer. And there are some real indicators. There are signs in your loved one that look a bit like depression in some cases. Their grooming changes, they lose interest in things that they used to enjoy. I know in our family, my mother-in-law became very argumentative. She was obviously wrong, and we would try to explain to her that she gave us a wrong answer, and it would turn into an argument. And I learned later on that that's a sign of dementia. You know, they're just not themselves anymore. They're distracted. They don't want to go to the movies. They don't want to play cards anymore. The things they used to enjoy in life, they don't enjoy them anymore. They're withdrawn, they isolate, and then they become masterful liars because they know that something's wrong. And their mission then becomes to make sure their families don't learn it. They don't want to be a burden to their families, and they don't want to lose their freedom. And so it's a difficult path to be on. And so I can clearly recite now when you know it's time, because I didn't know when it was time in my own family. I learned this the hard way. You know, one of the things, this is like an ethical thing for us here at Shepherd. We would not offer care to a family that didn't need it. And we would never, ever suggest to a family that they pay for something that they don't absolutely require for their loved one, because what good would it do us to burn up a family's money and put them in I mean, we just would never put them in that kind of a situation. And so we really carefully assess our residents, and we offer a rate that delivers just the care they need and no more. And that helps prolong the number of years that their monies will last, but it's also the right thing to do. And so we take a really ethical approach to, if we're gonna ask for a rate, we're gonna make sure that that rate is a requirement. And so if ever a family says, can you work with me on the rate? I always have to say no, because I can't work with that family on the care. The care is absolute and it cannot change. And our rates are built around what it costs to deliver that care. So our rates are very competitive, but they're really not negotiable in most circumstances. And it's that ethical belief about what we're delivering and what it costs to do it, and that it's an absolute must get that right every day.